Welcome back to Astrovision, Spirituality, and Tarot. So, today I really wanted to focus on the topic in the area regarding your spirit guide or your familiar. Now, naturally, a familiar has been in sync with witches and witchcraft, and it's been associated with witches and witchcraft for quite some time. Overall, when dealing with your spirit guide or your familiar, it can or it will resemble an entity or somewhat of a spirit watching over you. Your spirit guide changes its form. Your spirit guide never holds its form. Your spirit guide has the potential of transformation and teleportation. So, whenever you're in danger, whenever you're in trouble, you don't have to look too far away from, your spirituality. You don't have to look far from your spiritual guide because your spiritual guide literally can be near, and it just so happens that they will. For example, your spirit guide could be a butterfly or a moth, and every time you need protection or you need some spiritual guidance, a moth or a butterfly can appear. It can be that literal, that specific when it comes to your familiar and your spirit guide. I know a lot of people claim to have pets, or they claim that their cat is their familiar, which is ironic because a lot of witches do have a familiar that is their cat. But when people are just randomly saying that their cat is their familiar because of a normal scenario that took place in their life, that is not, a good example of your spirit guide. Your spirit guide comes when you're in trouble. Your spirit guide comes when you sense danger, when you're in fear for your life, when you need help to get out of a situation that may result in your physical form being damaged in any way. Then your spiritual guide will come, and guide you to safety. Witches often do have a black cat as their familiar, or a crow or something like that. And when it comes to the black cat or just the cat in general, cats have 9 lives. So your spirit guide or your familiar, they're able to, transform and take on a new form 9 times. They're able to reincarnate into that cat at least 9 times before they transform and take on a new form. With that being said, when witches do have cats as familiars, it's like a no joke thing. Their spirit guide literally can be within that cat, So it's not far fetched when you see a witch or you hear about a witch having a cat. And cats love to astral project. They're very spiritual beings. They have 9 lives. Just take that into account. And with domesticated cats, for sure, those are the cats who love to astral project. They're locked in the house. So, of course, when they have their nap time or, you're asleep and they're up, they're having fun. They are spiritual beings and they do offer protection. They're very helpful, especially if you're into astral projection. Your spirit guide is needed when you're astral projecting. Some people, they don't have control over when they astral project. That's more so people who have like a medical condition. I would say like narcolepsy or something dealing with sleep, to where, they can't control their sleep patterns. I would say those are the people that tend to astral project uncontrollably. Having a familiar would be very beneficial and very helpful if you tend to astral project, because your spirit guide can literally be an anchor for you in the physical realm while you're astral projecting in the spirit realm, or astral projecting in purgatory or wherever you're adventuring off to. So a spirit guide can be very helpful. Your familiar can be very helpful when it comes to your spiritual practice, doing rituals, using protection magic and things like that. That is when, channeling the energy of your spirit guide is going to be very necessary. But abusing that and taking that for granted by summoning your spirit guide through dark magic or anything like that, then that can open the door for multiple problems, and I would not recommend that. You would need the help of a medium. So just be careful wherever you are on your spiritual journey, wherever you are within your practices, within magic. I don't recommend using black magic, but everyone has their reasons for doing what they do. I'm not one to judge. You don't know who's cursed out here. You don't know who's a host for spirits trying to remove whatever they've been plagued with. So I tend to not judge, and I tend to, stick by the rivers and the streams that I'm used to. And with that being said, within spirituality, stick to your own journey, because everyone has their own personal journey. You know, you can't go out trying to mimic or copy what someone else does because it just may not work for you. So when it comes down to those types of things, definitely stick to your own focus on your own spiritual journey, because everyone's path is different and it won't look the same for you. It's going to look different for everyone else. And once you learn to respect that, or if you do respect that, it will always be reciprocated back to you. You know, others will respect you on your spiritual journey as well. The reason I'm saying these things and saying what I'm saying as far as sticking to your own individual path is because you may not be willing to do what other people did to get to where they are. They may have had to make some dark decisions and dark offerings and sacrifices to get to where they are. So, you know, you have to be humble and recognize and realize where you are now and be appreciative of that. You know, don't take that for granted, because your yesterday is someone else's tomorrow. Whatever pain you were dealing with in the past is something that you're going to have to learn to operate and navigate with, and your spiritual guide is very helpful when it comes to that, because sometimes we may fall comfortable in habits that no longer serve us or that are just very toxic. We may tag along behind toxic individuals, tag along behind toxic agendas, toxic routines that really don't benefit us, but we're comfortable within the situation due to the accommodations that are serving us at that moment. So your spiritual guide is very helpful. Always look within, stay on your spiritual path, and your spirit guide will look for you. You don't have to look too far away from your spirituality. Praying, manifesting, and affirming positivity within your life, within your circle and your surroundings can and always will be beneficial for you. So with that, you know, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next video.